Hi, welcome. This is Jeff Kober with another Meet Me at the Parks. And it's been a little while since we've done one of these, but I'm really thrilled to have Darren Nord, who we go back to high school together. And so I'm really excited to have him. His family is over at the Epcot Experience checking that out. We just thought we'd get together and do a little discussion. Darren and I grew up, Darren was all over and he lives in Salt Lake now.
Salt Lake.
But we knew each other back in Phoenix. So really our roots are more Disneyland roots. What's the earliest you remember going to Disneyland?
Back when I was 7 years old, we boarded a bus in Salt Lake City as a family. We were announced our Christmas morning. My dad said, "We're all going to Disneyland with your cousins and we're getting on a bus." So we took that long bus ride through Las Vegas all the way down to Disneyland. And it was such an epic trip.
Cool. Very, very cool. So Darren's here at Walt Disney World. And by the way, remember our theater teacher, Miss Gehring, who we love, told us to project from the diaphragm there, Darren. So you got to make sure you're heard on this tape. But of the two resorts, Disneyland Resort, Walt Disney World Resort, if you had a choice, you could only go to one from here on out, what would it be?
So we're going to leave it to just two, not Euro Disney.
No, we're not going to throw Disney. We're going to throw it to those two.
Definitely Disney World, just because there's so much to do. I mean, Disneyland, once you've done a lot of the rides, you're like, okay. So as far as longevity, as far as the many days you can spend in the park, you get a lot more variety.
Okay, so before we leave Disneyland, though, do you have a favorite ride at Disneyland in California?
In California, I like Pirates of the Caribbean as an old favorite.
This is so perfect because Pirates of the Caribbean is the most perfect ride ever built and created. That is my thesis. And who is it that the other day said that was the best ride? I think it was Marty Sklar who said that once.
Oh, yeah.
So, at any rate, we're all right. It's Pirates of the Caribbean in California. It's always the best one.
Yep.
Although the Tokyo one's pretty good. You want to check that one out too. But
I did.
that,
it was a konnichiwa.
So of all the four parks here at Walt Disney World, which is your favorite?
Rock and Roller Coaster.
The four parks.
Four parks?
Yes.
4 parks. Okay, so I got to get a clarification there. Hollywood Studios, definitely now, especially Star Wars is being there. So.
And obviously, Rock and Roller Coaster is your favorite ride. Anything that makes it your favorite ride?
Oh, I just think it's the thrill, especially that first, right, put you back in your seat.
I thought he was saying he was going back to his Aerosmith years or something.
Well, that is true.
You have a favorite Aerosmith song? That's all right.
There's quite a few. But I own a Tesla, so now I have that sudden realistic feeling of being on Rock and Roller Coaster whenever I want to get on the freeway.
There you go. That's so scary. I'll remember to stay off of I-15 next time I'm in Utah. So definitely Disney's Hollywood Studios. You had a chance to check out Galaxy's Edge. How was that for you this week?
That was epic. I mean, especially I have a 13-year-old son. And he went and did the lightsaber experience, and I'll tell you, I got chills when they did that whole presentation. It takes a little bit to get me impressed, but right there when they introduced their lightsabers in the various colors amongst the kids, to see their eyes just light up. And so they left them something of value that they'll never forget.
Wow, that speaks highly because it's a $200 experience. So you still found value in that experience.
I found value in it because my son all summer long has been working towards that. So I think it wasn't just a gift, it's something that he earned. And so I think there's a big difference between just, splurging and giving your kid something. He knew he was coming here. Well, Dad, what do I need to do? I'll do anything. So we were putting in fencing all summer, doing all kinds of things around the yard. We're doing a bunch of lots of landscaping. So he was out in the elements, cutting down trees and doing everything.
Good for him. That is so cool. You see, you love Disney more when you have to earn it, So remember, give your kids jobs and get them to earn their chance to come to Disney.
Yeah, he asked me ahead of time, Dad, I'm like, I'm not just no way am I just gonna buy you. That's way too much money.
So have you tried the blue milk yet?
I have not.
Okay,
I
so
plan on
we're
doing-
meeting tomorrow to do the blue milk. If you're over there, I promise you, I'm treating you to blue milk tomorrow.
Okay.
And green milk. You should try a little green milk too.
That sounds perfect to me. It sounds like a great time.
So how about any food? Any favorite food, snacks, restaurants, culinary experiences here at
Well,
Walt
we
Disney
just
World?
went to the beer garden, and I tell you, I took the strudel. I mean, everything was really good in the beer garden, but when I went there and they took the strudel and I took the cream sauce, put it over it, and then I took some of that berry sauce and put it on top of that. That was
That is
epic.
good. That is
I mean, I was
smart.
I just thought, well, I have both of them. Why not try them both on top? And I'm like, as a dessert, I'm like, wow, that was really good.
Very smart. So there you have a tip for next time you're at the beer garden.
Yeah.
So, and you stayed several times out on Walt Disney World property. Do you have a
Absolutely.
favorite resort here?
Boardwalk.
The Boardwalk. Good
Absolutely.
choice. Good taste. Good
Yeah.
taste, and so close to
the
everything.
Dolphin and Swan. I mean, if you're talking about a hotel experience, absolutely. And they sometimes will run specials where you get the character breakfast included. So it was really good. Yeah.
Awesome. So, any favorite memories? Do you have one particular favorite memory of all your Disney experiences?
I think, well, I mean, Disney experiences. Man,
And that can go back to Disneyland or Disneyland Paris or whatever.
Yeah, I know there's, I mean, I can talk about little things, but ultimately it's been watching my kids, when they have their birthdays, we try to correlate our times of bringing them. So having their birthday parties here on property, it's absolutely been one of those things I know they'll never forget. And my daughter, she absolutely is a Disney epic fan, so she studies everything out. She knows where all the hidden Mickeys are at, so she's always telling us and teaching us as we go to the parks. So it's kind of fun to let her give us the tour.
That's cool. Well, hey, thank you for joining me for a few moments at Meet Me at the Parks.
you.
A reminder, if you're coming to Walt Disney World, I'm treating you to blue milk, treating you to a snack around the world during Food and Wine Festival here at Epcot, whenever it is. Come, let me know when you're coming. We'll do a Meet Me at the Parks like I am doing here with Darren. And we hope that you'll take the time to join us at DisneyAtWork.com and DisneyAtPlay.com. So thanks, this is Jeff Kober, and remember, whether it's at work or play, follow the compass of your heart. Have a great evening. Thanks, Darren.
Thank you.